Hi guys, welcome back to Chit Chat. Today we'll be talking about an unsolved murder about AJ, who was a recovering alcoholic, but then he went out one night for milk and he was never to be found again. So he had lived in Louisiana his entire life. He raised three daughters and he worked in the same clothing store for more than 3 decades. For years, AJ had also battled a drinking problem, which led to an arrest for drunk driving. But he seems to have conquered his demons and had been sober for 8 years. Almost every evening, he could be found at the Easy Does It Club, a support group for people with drinking problems. According to his daughter Melissa, he prided himself on being available at any hour of the day or night to assist those in need. Once he got involved with the program, it changed his whole life. He became even more responsible and more dependable and more trustworthy and more of a friend because he was involved with more people. Because of AJ's close ties to his community, it was all the more mystifying that he would just suddenly disappear. On August 28, 1991, at around 8:15 p.m., AJ was seen leaving the Easy Does It Club. A half hour later, he stopped at a convenience store to buy a quarter of milk. He told the cashier that he was on his way home. Where he lived with one of his daughters, he never arrived. 2 days later, AJ's car was found abandoned in a park across the street from the club. His daughter Melissa assumed the worst. I immediately thought foul play because it just wouldn't be like him to park his car where everybody could find it and everybody knows him and disappear. But there was no sign of foul play. The only clues were AJ's wallet and a checkbook, which were found tucked under the front seat of his car. Soon several witnesses came forward, all claiming to have seen AJ in the days after he disappeared. On the same day that AJ's car was found, a local resident named Kenneth Pelgrin says that he ran into AJ outside of the convenience store. It was a strange situation for me to see him, because he just didn't look the same as he always did. He was wearing a flannel shirt, something like a lumberjack style, and the pants were loose-fitting, brown, very loose-fitting. It wasn't neat. And he wasn't wearing some old tennis shoes. And he was wearing some old tennis shoes. He was wearing some old tennis shoes. So that struck me as wrong because of all the times I've known him since 7 years old, I've never seen him with his hair out of place or not dressed up neat. AJ was nervous. It was like he was being watched.
Kenneth said he also saw a red compact car parked in front of the store. I noticed the car and it had 3 guys sitting in it, but the engine was running and he was on the phone looking towards them. And when I came back out, AJ was gone, the car was gone. Had I known he had been missing, he would have been found then because I knew who he was.
Okay, so I think that the people in the car killed him because he was nervous, and because he was a recovering alcoholic, they're gonna want to blame it on the alcohol. I don't think he was drunk based on the people that were describing him when they saw him. He was out of place, he didn't look neat, but he probably had some business with the men, or he probably, I don't know, owed them money or something because they were watching him. Okay, so Detective Troy of the police department recounted how another witness saw AJ around the same time. Soon after Ken Pelgrin called the office, I received another call from a witness who said that he saw AJ in a car with 3 other gentlemen. It was a red small compact car on a rural route about 8 miles out of town. He waved to AJ, but AJ did not wave back, and that's very uncharacteristic of AJ not to wave back. So he didn't think anything of it because he didn't know AJ was missing. Nobody knew he was missing, so they thought everything was okay. Yeah. AJ's daughter, Melissa, said that she believes the witnesses' accounts. It makes me think that definitely somebody knows something. If both of these gentlemen who know him from a good while back, one a lot longer than the other, have seen him, we know that they know what he looks like, and they both saw him in the same color car with 3 men in it. I'm pretty much convinced that somebody somewhere knows something. 2 weeks after those reported sightings, a chilling handwritten note came into the police station. It read, AJ, he was drunk at the time, self-inflicted gunshot wound. Stomach, drawstring, cotton sack put in by a friend. Roll over steep, grassy bank near dam. Okay, so basically the note said that he got shot in his stomach, or he shot himself. The note was signed Helene. According to the detective, the description matched a nearby area. We called the sheriff's office water patrol unit and they dredged both sides of the dam on 3 different occasions, but weren't able to find anything. 4 weeks after AJ disappeared, a woman named she was sitting on her porch of her house and she saw what she thought was a homeless man. It was AJ in his car, and she said that he smelled like alcohol, and he approached her trying to sell frozen fish. And then when she saw him in front of her, she thought she recognized him from the missing posters, and she identified the pictures at the on my porch. The detective thinks that AJ might have been suffering from memory loss. How? Okay, I don't believe that. I think that he was drugged by the 3 men. I don't know. I think that's what happened. So AJ is a recovering alcoholic, and if he did start drinking again, there's all sorts of things that could have happened. He could have had a blackout and not remember who he was. And AJ's family refused to believe that he has turned to alcohol once again, or that he disappeared by choice. Because AJ's wallet and checkbook were found in his car, his daughter's convinced he was abducted. When I think back to the fact that his car was found in a park, I'm wondering if he may have been seen something. If he may have seen something or heard something that he wasn't supposed to see or hear. Detective Troy now thinks the handwritten note about AJ shooting himself was a prank. AJ at this time is still listed as a missing person. We have no evidence of foul play, but of course we have no evidence that he just got up and left either. So we really don't know what happened to AJ. I think that the 3 men in the car drugged him and killed him. That's what I think. And yeah. Goodbye, guys. So